Hello everybody and welcome back again to Dragon Age Inquisition. So, I finally made a decision on what we are going to do today. Well, first of all, we will judge Samson. And I think after that I actually want to do some other stuff, and I will delay this mission a little bit, not too long, because I feel that we just made a lot of progress in terms of story, so I want to do some other stuff, specifically go to the Hissing Wastes before I progress the story any further. But before we go and take care of this grim business here, there is a bit of a light-hearted business that I can show you. I've been mentioning that I will do war table stuff off camera if I'm just, assigning my advisors to resource gathering, and that I would only include it if I actually get some party banter. And, well, I did, and it was a pretty hilarious one, so I didn't want to keep that from you, and yeah, here it is.
You've styled your hair that way for ages now, Leliana. Why don't we do something new with it?
I'm used to the way it is.
What about our commander?
He does something with his hair already.
Oh, it does look very nice today.
I don't.
You mean it just gets that way on its own?
Not entirely.
Yeah, he does something with his hair, because it used to be a lot curlier, right? So I guess there's some truth to it. Who would have thought that our dear commander could be so vain? So yeah, that was pretty funny. The deepest secrets of my advisors finally uncovered. But yeah, now we should take care of this. So let's sit on this really nice throne. I think this is the Magi throne, and of all the thrones that we have gathered, I think I like this one the best. The dragons on the side, they look really badass. I like this. So let's sit down and judge.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, General to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
Yes, it is a very serious matter indeed.
Judging him will affect as many as his crimes. I won't take it lightly.
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corypheus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was, after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The Prophet just isn't as pretty.
What is it with people in this world thinking they can fix something bad by making it worse? I mean, seriously. I mean, yes, you have a point, Samson. You're completely right. The Chantry used you. They fed you a unhealthy and very addictive drug because they needed your powers to maintain a system of, well, questionable benefit, and at the same time advertised it as some sort of noble and righteous service to the Maker. And if at some point in your life you realize that maybe that isn't the case, you couldn't even properly leave unless you wanted to face, a life of pain and destitution. So yes, you're right on that account, but how in the world do you get from that diagnosis to the solution to fed the Templars an even more horrible version of the same drug, so that they get a bit more power and can be used as a willing tool by some clearly insane, blight-corrupted magister in an attempt to, I don't know, take over the world? That does not compute, Samson. That does not compute. Yeah, it's kind of like, the Seeker, the Lord Seeker saying, well, the world is bad and there's so much bad stuff, so let's just destroy all of it. And it seems to be very symptomatic in this world that they make some proper and right points and then somehow manage to arrive at a completely insane conclusion from it. I mean, I could somewhat understand the motivations of some of Corypheus' henchmen. Like, I could totally understand Alexius' motivation, why he would help Corypheus. I could even understand Arimon's motivation. I mean, he was, power hungry and he wanted to recreate the Tevinter Imperium. And I could understand Florian's motivation. I guess she was also power hungry, and at the same time she thought that if she, picked what she assumed to be the winning side, she could save herself. But your argument makes no sense whatsoever, Samson. I'm sorry. And, I mean, this is only speaking about what you did to the Templars. We're not even going to start what you did to all those innocent people that you turned into lyrium, so you could feed that to the Templars. I mean, who looks at that and thinks it's a good idea? Yeah. This doesn't make any sense, Samson. So I'm actually more willing to assume that you probably are just power hungry as well, and bitter and angry at the world, and just wanted your revenge. Maddox respected you. I honestly don't see how this is relevant in this situation, because whatever good he did to him, he clearly undid with everything else he did. And I honestly don't want to flatter his ego in this situation. So, yeah, your defense is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
You led them to their deaths, but did a good job. That's your defense.
I'm not offering a defense. What I did was a mercy for Templars already lost.
You were always weak, and your leadership proves it.
Every one of those Templars would have suffered until nothing was left. And then be forced to kill and die. I gave them hope. Just like the Chantry. Just like you.
Oh, he's getting
I'm
to you,
weak.
Cullen. Don't
You're a
listen to him.
savior. Do what you want. I'm done talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but your argument still makes no sense. So because I mean, in the end, they died anyway, and they died even faster, and they died in even more pain than they would have done if they had just stayed normal Templars in the Chantry. And at the same time, you killed dozens or hundreds of innocents. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not quite following you here, Samson. Okay, so what can we do with him? Shove this covered in a hole. Let Kirkwall have you. Dagna will study your powers. Exile him to the wilderness. I don't really like this option because this seems kind of unsafe. I mean, there's no guarantee that he won't run into some people, and who knows what will happen if he does. So I'm not going to just send him somewhere and hope that nothing will happen. Let Kirkwall have you. Again, not really liking this, because I usually prefer not to take the option where I'm just pass on the responsibility to someone else to make the judgment. Also, I don't exactly see why Kirkwall in particular would like to have him. I mean, I'm sure he has also committed some crimes there, but whatever he did when he was still in Kirkwall, I somehow feel that it pales in comparison to what he did when he served under Corypheus. So I'm not really going to use this option either. Dagna will study your powers. Shaft is covered in a hole. I mean, this has some appeal, but at the same time, I don't really know what this entails. It seems slightly unethical, to be honest. Like we're going to dissect him or something. I mean, to be precise, in order to dissect him, he would have to be dead. So I guess we can still dissect him when he dies. I think the proper term would be to vivisect him, because that's what you do to people that are still alive. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't really like those three options, and I think just locking him up is completely fine in my opinion. You know, let him live his whatever remaining time he has, and if possible, he can see how his god will fall, and that's actually quite a good solution in my opinion. So yeah, let's just lock him away and be done with it.
I'm sick of looking at you. There is no hole deep enough. Samson, you will spend your remaining days rotting in a cell. Get him out of here.
Do as you will, Inquisitor. Your kind always does.
Well, there we go. Sometimes I wonder though how they pick those judgment options. I mean, some people you can lock up, some people you can execute. It seems to be very random at times, what options you actually get. Anyway, now that I think about it, maybe I want to talk to Cullen about it, because he may have a thing to say about this. And I didn't actually speak to him
Inquisitor.
again after the last cutscene.
They didn't hang you there. You can walk away.
That's all it says, sir. There are several more, but similar in tone. Shall I leave them for you?
Fine.
Oh, is Cole at it again? I actually wonder if this is helpful or not, just, you know, opening up old wounds. I mean, Cole can't just start over again if it doesn't work, because he can't make people forget anymore, right? So this may actually not be helpful, Cole. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk to him. Ooh.
Samson took everything from those Templars. He corrupted their souls, twisted them into everything they stood against, everything they would have hated.
Yeah, I think he totally got to you.
You're letting Samson get to you.
And what if I am? The Red Lyrium left Samson's mind unaltered. He knew what he was doing, and he dares speak as though it were a mercy? The man's a monster. Our dungeon was too generous an option. At least he's out of my sight.
I may actually want to go inside the dungeon now and see if he's there. He wasn't there before, but maybe now that we officially sentenced him. Yeah, I'm sorry that you think that I was too merciful with him, but I didn't really like the other options, so there. Yeah, it's over. Just let it go.
Samson is everything you say, but it's over. You have to let this go.
Over for us, perhaps. For Samson. Not for those still controlled by Corypheus. The Red Templars needed to be torn down. We've broken Corypheus's army. I might have known some of them. If my life had gone differently, I might have been one of them.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had not been at the Conclave? If you'd never become the Inquisitor?
Well, those are all good options, but you know, I in this situation, obviously, I always like to use the hard options.
A life without you. Never.
Oh, that was a sweet thing to say, Freya. And it basically stopped his brute train before it even took off, so that's perfect. That was a nice thing to say. I mean, I can't completely blame him for wondering what would have happened if, you know, if he hadn't left the Templars, and he may in fact be one of them. So I can understand that somehow.
I do not like having that mirror, Illuvian, in Skyhold. Corypheus may not be able to travel through it, but what if something else can?
It doesn't have to be bad. Yeah, maybe you should ask Morrigan about it.
Morrigan's our expert on the Illuvian. If you're worried, why don't you ask her?
I did.
And?
She said I was unreasonable, then offered to explain how the Illuvian works using words with less than 4 syllables.
Ah,
The Circle had a library. I'm fairly well read.
right.
I'm not unreasonable.
Yeah, I can totally see Morrigan pulling her Alistair routine on Cullen, and he's obviously quite indignated by it. All right, anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Okay, that's all.
That's all for now.
Another time then.
Yeah. But may I just state for the record again that I like having a romance that is just a romance and not some excuse to slap some drama into your face. I mean, I can understand the appeal of a more star-crossed dramatic romance just for the sake of a story. But I think, especially for my first playthrough, I'm more somebody who likes the harmony and happy ending stuff. So I really like this. And I mean, you can assume that the relationship here isn't completely without, you know, some problems and some angst, because I mean, I guess he's still going through lyrium withdrawals, because I guess this didn't just stop because she said a few nice words to him. And additionally, he has what I assume to be a pretty severe case of PTSD, so that's gotta have some implications on the relationship. But I wouldn't actually call that drama in the narrowest sense. Not drama as in, you know, your companion's doing just some really stupid and unnecessary stuff, as they like to do specifically in Dragon Age 2. And yeah, I actually wouldn't have minded more of that sort of problems, but other than that, I'm fine. I'm fine with how this went. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Let's check the prison cells again and see if we can find Samson in there now. That would please me a lot. I mean, we did find Aramund in here, so I see no reason why Samson shouldn't be here in as well. Hanging out with his pal Aramund? Well, apparently not. Well, look at that. In the last cell, well, almost the last cell, he's actually there. Interesting. And oh, I can speak to him. Well, let's do this.
I'm still here, Inquisitor.
Well, obviously. I mean, where else would you be? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, let's talk to him. Yeah, tell me what Corypheus.
You are Corypheus's general. I want to know everything.
He's not like any mage I've ever met. It's like being near a storm or an avalanche. What he lost long ago, it still burns. You can see it, having divinity snatched away. Can't even imagine it. Can you?
Probably not. So, why did you serve Corypheus?
You must have realized what Corypheus is. Why would you fight for him?
He wanted a leader for the Red Templars who couldn't be destroyed by the lyrium. I wasn't just some figurehead. He trusted me with command. I was a Kirkwall gutter snipe crawling after lyrium. And Corypheus gave me back my sword. I'd have been a fool to say no. I was a greater fool for saying yes.
Well, interesting that he actually realizes that. He seemed very unrepentant when we judged him. How's your lyrium withdrawal? have we put him on cold turkey? I mean, obviously we wouldn't be giving him the red stuff because, if I understand it correctly, the only reason why he wasn't corrupted by the red lyrium was because of Corypheus. So giving him the red lyrium now would just kill him pretty quickly. But I guess we could at least give him some of the normal stuff, right? Because not giving him any lyrium may as well kill him too. So that's an interesting predicament, though.
How are you coping without lyrium?
The damage is done. I can feel it. Like something uncoiling in my gut. Lyrium takes us all eventually. I'm just losing it all more slowly.
Well, and yeah, you knew Cullen?
Cullen said you were Templars together in Kirkwall.
That's right. He arrived after the trouble at Ferelden's Circle. Cullen jumped at his shadow in those days. Always on the watch for abominations and demons. He did right by the mages, though. Never played rough with them. Not like Meredith.
Well, that's actually good to know. Well, thank you. And yeah, goodbye. And
I have an
good luck.
Inquisition to run.
So you do.
right, I have an Inquisition to run. Anyway, that was actually nice that I could talk to him. Well, more interesting than nice, I guess. But I can't talk to him, can I? No. He has nothing to say to me. Alright, yeah, that was actually all pretty interesting. So I'd say we look at some other stuff to do now. And yeah, I kind of want to wait a little while until I continue with the story. I won't delay it for too long.
You're welcome, you know. You've always been welcome.
It's a lot to think about. So much has happened.
Glorious things. In her name. Like the temple. The more we find, the more she triumphs.
Perhaps. Perhaps the old ways are not what we thought.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I will talk to Morrigan soon, but not right away. So let's have a look at our journal, which isn't very large anymore. And I guess there is some time to at least have a quick look at the Hissing Wastes and maybe spend an episode or two in the Hissing Wastes and then come back and talk to Morrigan. So, yeah, let's go and visit the Hissing Wastes. Apparently a very controversial area. I feel that a lot of people don't like this place, although some people in the comments also said they do like it, so let's have a look at this. Anyway, let's see. Let's bring Cassandra and Dorian and Varric. There we go.
Any luck charting the area?
I did what I could, your worship. This space has nothing but... space. If there's nothing valuable here, I say let Corypheus have it.
Well, there must be something if he's here, right?
Corypheus wouldn't send out his followers unless it was worth it.
I did find something for you. Old dwarven ruins, on the surface. Impossible, but there you go. The Red Templars are digging them out, with Venatori supervision.
Whatever they want, we must beat them to it.
I just saw Red Templars heading northwest to here. They might be a good start. I found this map on a dead one. Maybe it shows where they're headed. Good luck.
Sketch of 4-pillar tomb. Huh. Oh dear, that's an ocularum. I even recognize them in drawings now. Okay, we'll have a look for that. So, yeah, another deserty place. Huh. That's a lot of camps. A lot
Inquisitor.
of camps.
I've something for you.
Alright, sorry, I had to take a quick break here, but now we are ready to explore this new place. And yeah, maybe we should start by looking at our journal to see what we're going to do here. The Tomb of Farel. Rumors tell of a granted treasure buried in a tomb in the Hissing Waste. Explore the waste using any available clues and maps to find it. Follow the treasure map to the tomb. Right, we got this sketch. So we need to look for some pillars and these peculiar rock formation, and there's possibly an ocularum somewhere nearby. And then we have this one, Sand and Ruin. There is a seizable Venatori present in the hissing waste. It is an odd place for them to be dispatched at all, let alone in such significant numbers. Search the Venatori camp north of the cove. So this seems to be sort of the main quest, because this is basically why we came here for in the first place. And of course we have rifts and camps. And yeah, there's a bunch of camps, in fact. And I would like to know what this quest is, but it doesn't tell me. But I think it's probably the best idea to just start by setting up a camp, and since this is near one of our quests, I would say we try to get to that camp first. Alright, let's move out. Yeah, that is Deathroot. Not in dire need of that. So this is basically another desert-like area. Oh, hang on a second. I mean, that's basically our peculiar rock formation. But yeah, I mean, it's so dominant in this place, you can basically see it from everywhere, so it's not exactly helping me. Yeah, I'm going to pick up all of this, because I definitely need more of that for some potion upgrading. And I think these are just, yeah, these are my people.
We've had some luck.
Now let's see. Ah, some random stuff. Well, thank you. But yeah, let's have a look around this place. So we're in the desert again, but this time during the night. And we have a really huge moon. But you know, this is not the same moon that we had in Origins. Not just because it's really big, but I very vividly remember that the moon in Origins had a distinctive sort of canyon or rift on the surface, and you don't see that here. So yeah, I don't know, they replaced our moon. Or maybe the moon is not tidally locked, so it actually rotates and doesn't always show the same side to the planet. And I think I'm completely overthinking this, but I mean, normally moons tend to be tidally locked to their planet, and if they are not, it's usually not a good thing. But I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely not the same moon that we had in Origins. Oh, hang on. That's totally an ocularum. So we have the ocularum, we have the peculiar rock formation. So I guess we need to look out for those pillars. Oh, 1 and 2. Huh. Yeah, those can stay where they are at the moment, and I will pick them up later. I would like to reach that first camp some point
Are
in this
those lights
episode.
in the distance? They may be campfires.
Let's have a look.
I don't see any lights. Oh, do you mean that? Also, Sunstop Mountains. Hang on a sec. Let me have a look at that. Codex again. Yeah. But I still need to find those pillars. Anyway, let's have a look at that camp over here. Venatori, of course. Well, that's why we came here for killing some Venatori, right? So I guess we'll deal with them first. Okay, I think the Spellbinder is dead. Now let me take care of the big guy. Big guy is dead as well. So all that's left is the normal guy. There we go. Yeah, that is a rift, but that can wait. Oh, hey!
You're the Inquisitor.
You're safe now.
I am? I thank you then.
Cole approves. Well, if you somehow manage to get out of this desert, then I guess you'll be safe. But at the very least, you're not captured anymore. Okay, so we have some random Venatori in the area. Yeah, I will ignore rifts for now and just try to make my way towards that camp. What is this over here? This is some sort of structure. Examined corpse.
Just imagine, crawling all that way, dying of thirst. Oh look, the well's dry.
Poor soul. Andraste guide them to the Maker's side.
Do me a favor. We run out of water, just stick a knife in me.
Yeah, I will do that. But I'm sure we have enough supplies on us, right? Right? Who's responsible for the supplies, by the way? I hope somebody thought about that. I think I'm kinda straying away from my path because I'm getting distracted by these ruins. There doesn't seem to be anything too interesting over here, though. Oh, is that... No, that's not the same camp we just saw. Oh well, I guess we'll take care of this as well. Oh, another slave. Well, I'm going to start with a mage. Oh, there's two mages actually. It's a spellbinder over there. But I'm going to start with this one anyway. Alright, you are dead. And now let's deal with the spellbinder over here. And shatter. Let me get a better camera angle.
Dead!
Alright. Okay, you're safe.
You're the Inquisitor.
You're safe now.
I am?
Yeah.
I thank you then.
Okay. I wonder how many of them have been captured here. But yeah, let me go back to this direction. What's a camp? Somehow I feel that the map is bigger than it usually is. I mean, the distances between the camps and the whole scale of the map. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. Huh. Yeah, this is our rock formation, but it's not really helping us. Oh, somehow that August ram went hostile. Yeah, I think I need to kill this, or it's just going to bother us all this time. There we go. Oh, and you killed something over there as well. Well, good job. And why did the August ram drop a fanny? I don't understand this. This is an August ram, isn't it? It looks the same like the ones we saw on the Emerald Graves anyway. Ugh. Yeah, those are August rams. Huh. Yeah, that's another rift. Oh, look at that. That looks like it's actually what we're looking for. And why does this keep happening? And I always want to check out those random ruins, even though they're probably just that, random ruins and nothing else. But let me make this detour before we move on, lest we don't find it again. Yeah, I think. Oh!
Should we
hang
look
on.
around?
Yes, we will. Oh, look at that. A journal on Dwarven runes. I've just discovered Faeral's tomb in the east. I've never seen something so sodding grand in all my life. I won't write an essay on this place. I'll write a book. Several books. I will be rich and bring a whole expedition here, and the University of Orlais will beg me to lecture when I'm not presenting my findings to the Empress herself over dinner. That is, if I can get inside the Faeral's tomb. The doors are sealed tight. It looks like there's a keyhole, but none of the ruins I've seen have anything even hinting at a key. On the way out, I saw I'd missed a few bones on the ground. They were still bloody. Sheer looked that that whatever lives there wasn't home when I arrived. Okay. So we're looking for some tomb that may be cursed or whatever, but it has dangerous things living inside. Yeah, I got a quest from that. A page was recovered from a logbook that was apparently kept by someone studying out Dwarven ruins. Perhaps there are additional pages to be found deep in the hissing waves. Okay. I mean,
I'll give it this much. There's a view everywhere you look.
Yeah. You could say that. Anyway, let's okay, this must be our camp, and apparently it's also the place we're looking for on our sketch, so this is rather convenient. So I think we're going to set up this camp. And well, look at that, more Venatori. Brilliant. Okay, let me deal with this guy, and then we're going to set up the camp and then end the episode, I guess, because it should be long enough now. Alright, this guy is dead. Let me take care of the big guy. Are you trying to attack Dorian? Don't even think about it. I'll taunt you. I'm going to take a walking fortress in case you try to try to knock me over again. Alright, you are dead as well. And that's all of them. Okay, okay. Right, let's set up the camp. There we go.
If you have a moment.
Thank you.
I don't have time. Yes, sir.
So, there's a bunch of stuff going on here, and apparently we found... Yeah, apparently we found some sort of tomb or whatever this is. And I'm going to have a closer look at this in the next episode, but I think I have enough stuff for this one, so thank you for watching, and see you again next time.